Hey folks, how's it going? This is Iron Seagull here, back with another video, and today we gotta talk about bugs because even though they did put out an emergency patch for the recent update some days ago, it turns out that was only scratching the surface. That update was way worse than we initially thought. Actually, the Sims Direct ended up putting out a statement while I was making this video, so we appreciate your patience as we investigate reported issues with The Sims 4. Our team is working on an e-patch that resolves a number of issues, including disappearing moodlets and gradual body distortion from crafted jewelry in Crystal Creations. The gradual distortion occurs each time a Sim puts on or takes off a piece of crafted jewelry. Sims will not choose to wear crafted jewelry on their own. To prevent further changes, avoid putting on or taking off crafted jewelry until the e-patch, where more info will be shared. So basically, don't use the main feature of this pack until this e-patch is out. This e-patch will also resolve the disappearing moodlets and the game crashes that began taking place from last week's update and release. We'll update this thread with a timeline on when you can expect this patch in game as soon as possible. With the last emergency patch, it was already just out some hours after they made an announcement like this one, which I don't think has ever happened with The Sims 4 before, so I don't know if it'll be like that again or if it'll take like a day or two for this to release. TurboDriver has already released a mod that fixes the moodlets disappearing issue, but I'll give a bit more context now as to what that issue is all about. That issue is where basically when you reload a save, any Sims who had moodlets that ran on a timer, which is quite a lot of them, would go away, and that can break features in the game. Many time moodlets only last about 4 hours or so, but there are some that are a bit longer term, like if your Sim has witnessed a death, or have been grounded, or got food poisoning, or certain fears. So that can be a huge problem in the long run. Thankfully, TurboDriver has come to a rescue and has made a temporary mod fix. And turns out that the moodlets affected can be visible or invisible. Mods with custom moodlets are also affected by this. I'll leave a link to this in the video description below. We also have an example from NimSim about how it looks when your Sims keep taking on and off the crafted jewelry, which, as far as I know, only affects teen Sims. The other age groups are fine, but that is pretty bad. That's far worse than what the Goth Galore Kit hoodie did. Another big issue with the game right now is if you have more than one of the same object in your Sim's personal inventory and you hover over that stack in your inventory, it'll cause the game to crash. And Twisted Mexi just released an update for his Better Build Buy mod, so it will fix that issue in the meantime. It's actually one of my must-have mods, so I'm gonna download that update after I'm done recording this. Another modder, Simvasion, has reported an issue with Woohoo interests, so the incorrect Woohoo interest display on their Sim profile. For example, I learned the Woohoo interest of a Sim who is interested in Woohoo with women, but when opening their profile, it shows that the Sim is interested in Woohoo with no one. There's also a major bug relating to gifting things to other Sims, including gifting something to another Sim, giving food to a toddler from the inventory through the interaction on the toddler, giving a gift for charity, contributing to pack resources with werewolves, offering servings of food to specters in the paranormal career, giving food to NPCs for village errands and cottage living, eating a grilled cheese in space for the grilled cheese aspiration, offerings to the statue at university, offerings at the altar of the secret society, fertilizing plants, gifting veggie/meat meals to birds and rabbits, and submitting pies to the Finchwick Fair. There probably are more interactions affected by this, but basically everything that opens a picker menu. While there's no mods that solve this issue, there are 2 workarounds. So if you have any paintings or prepped food in your Sim's inventory, take them out and then the interactions will work properly. And some interactions have an option on the object itself in your inventory, so using that will work because then no dialog box opens in that particular case. Like you can see with that pictured example, grab serving for Joshua, instead of having the dialogue pop up and you could choose from multiple Sims to give it to. It's just directly giving that food to Joshua. A new issue has popped up with For Rent. I guess I shouldn't be surprised about this, but it's regarding the secrets feature. So if you discover a secret of a Sim, then open their profile from the relationship tab. The game doesn't pause as it normally does if you open that profile. The audio then bugs out and plays the menu music over the live mode and is only fixed by closing and relaunching the game. So that is pretty much it. While there are a ton of glitches with this game, these are just the ones that I've seen prominently pop up ever since that pre-update for Crystal Creations. It's really sad to see the game in a state like this, even though the game already started getting a lot buggier since packs like Seasons and Eco Lifestyle. It really feels like even more than ever, I'm seeing the state of The Sims 4 crumble in real time. How are they supposed to be able to support this game so long to the point where even after Project Renee comes out, they'll still be doing this? Because I don't know if it might even get to a state where the game gets so buggy, it just becomes impossible to develop any more content for it. I would not be surprised if they would have to change that plan. Thank goodness we don't have any game packs or expansion packs coming out this quarter, or I would be even more scared. Could you imagine if The Sims 3 had gone on this long? Because it also has a reputation for being quite buggy, but at least that game didn't go on for 10 years straight. At this rate, The Sims 4 is definitely going to be left behind in an even more broken state than The Sims 3 ever was. Whatever they're doing right now is not enough. They really need to change their process here and not simply settle for just shipping the game with only the biggest problems fixed. Because if we're seeing all these problems on our end, I can't even imagine what the developers see while they're still making all this stuff. So feel free to let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Have you run into any of these issues? And be sure to subscribe if you'd like to keep up with my latest gaming content. I will talk to you all later, and have a great day. Thanks for watching!